Could the San Francisco 49ers be on the verge of a game-changing acquisition? With injuries plaguing their backfield and the playoffs just around the corner, there's buzz swirling about a dynamic running back who could provide the spark this team desperately needs. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest speculation that could see a high-impact player donning the red and gold soon. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like to stay in the loop on all things 49ers. As we dive into the latest buzz surrounding the San Francisco 49ers, one name has been popping up more frequently than ever: Travis Etienne. With the Jaguars' dynamic running back entering a contract year in 2025, it's no wonder teams in playoff contention are eyeing him as a potential trade target. The 49ers, who have been scrambling to fill gaps in their backfield, could certainly use a player of Etienne's caliber. Now, let's talk about the reality we're facing. The 49ers find themselves in a precarious situation. Christian McCaffrey has been on and off the field due to injuries, and with Jordan Mason also sidelined, the team desperately needs a reliable running back. The thought of adding Etienne to the mix is tantalizing. Just imagine him in the backfield alongside Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk. It could be a game-changer for our offense, especially given how much we've struggled without a consistent rushing game. However, the trade deadline has passed, which means we can't make any moves to acquire Etienne right now. That said, his future with the Jaguars is in question, and as fans, we have to wonder, could he be a target in the offseason? I mean, the Jaguars have Tank Bigsby emerging as a real threat, and if they decide to prioritize him, Etienne might be on the move sooner rather than later. From my perspective, it's clear that Etienne has the talent to elevate the 49ers' offense significantly. This season, despite dealing with injuries and sharing carries with Bigsby, he's managed to rack up solid stats, showing he can be a lead back. Over the past 2 years, he's surpassed 1,400 yards from scrimmage, and he still crossed the 1,000-yard mark this season. Just imagine what he could do in a 49ers uniform, especially with Kyle Shanahan's creative play calling. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. The Jaguars would be foolish to let him go without serious consideration, especially if they're looking for a playoff push in 2024. If they decide to keep him, it could leave us at a disadvantage, given how crucial a dual-threat back like Etienne could be for our playoff aspirations. And here's the kicker. We've seen how teams can fall apart when key players are missing. The 49ers have already faced their share of injuries, and the last thing we need is to roll the dice on a backfield that's struggling to produce. Bringing in someone like Etienne could offer not just depth, but a legitimate game-changer. It's a tough pill to swallow, knowing that we might have to wait until next season to even consider adding him to our roster. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the 49ers should make a serious play for Travis Etienne if he becomes available? Would he be the spark we need to reignite our Super Bowl dreams? Personally, I'm torn. On one hand, I want to see us invest in a top-tier talent like Etienne, but on the other, I understand the complexities involved in making such a move, especially with the uncertainty surrounding our current roster and coaching staff. So, let's debate this in the comments. What do you all think? Is pursuing Travis Etienne the right call, or should we focus on developing our existing talent? I want to hear your thoughts, frustrations and expectations down below. What a roller coaster of emotions we're riding this season. After that tough loss to the Rams, we're sitting at 6-8, and let's be real, the playoff picture is looking bleak. It's hard to fathom how we went from Super Bowl contenders last season to almost out of the running this year. With 3 games left against the Dolphins, Lions, and Cardinals, it's clear that we need a miracle. But here's the kicker. Nick Bosa just dropped a subtle message for us, for his teammates, and it's something we all need to pay attention to. When Bosa said, "We're going to find out who wants to be here the next few weeks," it resonated deeply. This isn't just about football, it's about commitment and heart. This is a pivotal moment for the 49ers. We need players who are ready to step up, to fight for their place on this team, and to embody the spirit of the 49ers. It makes me wonder, do we have the right players in place? Are they ready to put in the work, even when the odds are stacked against us? Kyle Shanahan echoed Bosa's sentiments, emphasizing the need for respect and adherence to the team's standards. He said, "If you can't play to that standard, then make it easy for us and show us that." That's a powerful statement, and as a fan, it gives me mixed feelings. On one hand, I appreciate the accountability being demanded from the players. On the other hand, it raises questions about who might not be up to the task. Are we looking at some tough decisions ahead? I can't help but think about the impact this will have on the roster moving forward. Injuries have plagued our season, with key players like Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, and Dre Greenlaw sidelined, which has undoubtedly hindered our progress. It's frustrating. We've yet to see back-to-back wins this season, and as fans, we crave that consistency. We want to see our team rally, to find a rhythm, and to fight for every yard on the field. This is a pivotal point in our season, and it's not just about making the playoffs anymore. It's about establishing a culture of resilience and determination. So, what does this mean for the future? Are we going to see some major changes in the offseason? It feels like every decision made in these final games will set the tone for what's to come. I want to believe that we're building something special, but the reality is, we need to see results. And quickly. The pressure is mounting, not just on the players, but on the coaching staff as well. I can't help but think, is this the right path forward? I'm honestly torn, and let's take a moment to think about our star players. With Bosa, Brock Purdy, Debo Samuel, and George Kittle leading the charge, there's so much potential. But potential means nothing if it's not realized on the field. How do we channel that talent into wins? It's a question that I know every fan is asking. Will we see these players step up and lead by example in these last 3 games? Their performance could determine not just this season, but the trajectory of the franchise itself. So, I turn it over to you, 49ers faithful. What are your thoughts? Are you optimistic about these final games? Do you think Bosa's message will resonate with the team, or will it fall on deaf ears? I want to hear from you. Share your expectations, your frustrations, and your hopes in the comments below. Let's get this conversation going. And as always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things 49ers. We're in this together, and I'll be right here bringing you the latest news and insights. And remember to activate that notification bell so you don't miss any essential updates. Let's keep the 49ers spirit alive.